What's up, everyone? We're live. Look, I've got Sophie here. We match shirts today. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Brian Meert. We're going to be talking about Facebook ads and Instagram ads through today. Some of the latest updates that's happened over the last week. If you have any questions about the world of Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat, feel free to come check it out. Leave your comments below. If you like what I'm saying and kind of what's happening, drop it in the comments or send those little emoji, those thumbs or those hearts or anything across the screen if you guys like it. But I want to take a minute and thank everyone that's attending. I see people already starting to join, which is great. So thank you guys very much. And with that, I want to start with a big update. So I have a question for you. What is the best time to post on Instagram? Go ahead. Let me see what you guys have. Put it in the comments, leave it there, put it down below, take your best guess, because I have the answer for you. Now I know what you're thinking, Brian, how could you possibly know that? Well, because I'm the smartest person in the world. That's one of the gifts that has been bestowed upon me. But no, there's actually a company called Hopper HQ, which does a lot of Instagram posting, like automation and posting, where you can schedule when you want your post to go. So they analyzed 1.2 million different posts, and they found that the absolute best time to post on Instagram to be able to get the best feedback for your business or the best engagement back for your post was during the week between 6 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Was the absolute best time, and over the weekend it would be 11 a.m. in the morning. So now you know, if you're looking to become the next Instagram influencer and have tons of people checking you out and watching you, you want to be able to get tons of engagement, those are the times that you want to be able to post your ads, or not your ads, your actual post, your organic post on Instagram. So 6:30 to 7:30 during the week, 11 a.m. on the weekend, Saturday or Sunday. Now you know. That's good. I also wanted to run through an article that was recently posted by our friends at AdExpresso. They're a platform that allows you to manage your Facebook ads. And they did an article on some of the top tips for Facebook ad optimization and to be able to do that to grow your business. And I looked through them all, and I grabbed 5 that I wanted to talk about today and be able to go over a little bit more in detail. So the first one in regards to Facebook advertising is to leverage your social proof. So for those of you who don't know, what does this mean? It means when you're running an ad, you're gonna get some likes, you're gonna get shares, you're gonna get comments, you're gonna get video views. All of those numbers are adding up, and they stay underneath any one of the ads that you're running. So what happens is, if you have an ad and then after a week or 2 weeks, you pause that one and create a new one, you start back at 0 for all the new elements of that ad unit, meaning you lose all your likes, you lose all your comments, you lose all your shares. And people can see those numbers when they actually see your ad. So one of the little hacks or ways that you can be able to keep some of that, and this is often overlooked, is what's called use existing post. So if it's a post that is already up that you've created, or you're using a sponsored post, you have the ability to leverage that and use that as your ad unit, and you can link multiple ads to the same sponsored post. And when you do that, what happens is you can create new ads, but you're still using the same content from within your sponsored post. Thus, as the ad goes out and it's new, you now have the ability to continue using all the social proof that you've paid for with your Facebook ads. So that's a little tip for you guys to do to make sure that you're getting the most out of social proof with your ads. Another example or a tip that I have is what's called the fast takeoff approach. Or this is where you're launching something new and you want it to begin running immediately. Like you're like, I want traffic now. So one of the most common mistakes is people will use what's called the accelerated delivery instead of standard delivery. Standard is an option. There's accelerated. What accelerated does is it doesn't pay any attention to any of the parameters in terms of price or whatever. It is focused on one objective, which is to get your ad out there as quickly as possible. If you can imagine, like, you're on a starship and like the bad guys are chasing you, trying to shoot you with their missiles. Like, this is the red button that they push where you're like, I want to go to ludicrous speed. That's exactly what accelerated bidding is. So it takes everything out of the equation and says, we're going to put you to the top of the pack and be able to send you as much traffic as quickly as possible. So the downside of that is that you have, Facebook may charge you whatever they want. Your CPMs, your cost per click could skyrocket, but you're going to get traffic very quickly. So if you want to be able to still get traffic quickly without having to spend a lot of money on the accelerated bidding, what we generally, or a tip that you can use, is to be able to take, you want to create a lifetime budget, and then what you want to do is set it much higher than what you would generally spend on a daily basis. And this kind of gives Facebook an indication that you're looking to spend a lot, and you can start running ads underneath that ad set. And what happens is Facebook is going to, because it's going to try to spread that out over time, it's going to ramp it up very quickly. And this is, again, some way that you can be able to start spending a lot, and then you can slowly go in and edit that amount and bring it back down. So that's another little tip if you want to be able to get the most out of being able to get your ads up and moving quickly. Another one that we have, another tip that's mentioned, is what's called optimizing for time. So a lot of times what you can do is you can look into your breakdown. You can go under breakdown and search by time, and you can actually look to see there may be certain days for your business that do much, much better than other days. Some businesses have great sales over the weekend. Other businesses, sometimes it's during the workday or when their office hours are open. So all of those are options, and it'll depend on whatever your business is. But to some extent, what you can do is you can go in and create multiple ad sets that are based on time. So say, for example, if you get a lot of sales during the weekend and not quite as many during the weekdays, you can go in, create two ad sets, one targeted to the weekend, and you can bid very high for that. So you have to be able to set it as a lifetime budget campaign, and once you do that, it will unlock what's called day parting, where you can go in and select when you want your ads to run. You can either select days or hours in the days. So once you have a lifetime bid, you can go in and set Saturday and Sunday, and maybe what you would do is bid higher for those days because you know that you generally make more revenue or make more profit off of them. And then you can go and create another ad set targeting Monday through Friday, and then run those ads as well, but just maybe bid a little bit lower, or maybe trim it down and not have as big of a budget. So that's a little hack to be able to get the best results on the best days using Facebook ads. Let's see what else. Another one that we have is, another tip is fighting ad fatigue with ad rotation. So there's two ways that you can fight ad fatigue, which is a real problem with Facebook. If you just create an ad and you let it run forever and ever and ever, that will eventually cause a problem, simply because a lot of people have seen it, and if they start to scroll over it, it can start to hurt your relevance score. So, ad fatigue is something that you want to be showing people new, fresh content on Facebook. And what we found that works is there's two kind of approaches that you can do. The first one is you can be able to create, 5 to 10 different ads under an ad set, and you can go through on whatever schedule you want and just turn them on and off. So you could be like, I only want to run ads 1 and 2 for this week, and then next week I'm going to run ads 3 and 4, and then next week I'm going to run ads 5 and 6. And that's kind of a manual process that you have the ability to do that. The other option that you can do is go back to day parting, and you can now set up a couple of ad sets based on time. So you could be able to say, I want to run these ads on Monday and Tuesday, these ads on Wednesday and Thursday, and these ads on Friday and Saturday. And what would happen is you could then put different ads under each one of those ad sets, And what happens is as people pass through, or as they fall under the targeting for those, they would actually see different ads for your account automatically. So that's a great little hack to be able to, kind of leverage the Facebook system to be able to fight ad fatigue and hopefully get you better results from your Facebook ads. All right, let's see. The last one I have now for today, because I know this has been exciting. And thank you guys so much for joining. We got there's a lot of people here. So, and I'll go through and I'll talk to you guys in just a minute. But let's see, optimize your ad placement. So what happens is you can go under, placement. Your ads are placed in multiple different ways. There's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's the audience network, there's instant articles. So there's a lot of different places where you can have your Facebook ads placed, as you're running them. So what you want to be able to do is you go into your reports and look under breakdown for placement. And a lot of times this is where you can start to see where your best kind of ROI or best results are coming from. And to some extent, there's never really any way to know. We see different results with different companies with different placements. So, by far the one that generally works the best is the mobile news feed, but there still is, it's important for you to be able to test. So a lot of times what you can do is you can actually go and break them out individually. There's two types of thoughts here. A lot of times, when we talk with Facebook, they say, no, you need to have all of them together because that allows us to be able to go and search through them and reach the person that we think is most likely going to buy or most likely going to watch your video. No matter where they are, we have the ability to reach those people on a wide network. And that definitely makes sense. The flip side of that is when it's your money and you're paying for it, a lot of times you want to spend it on what's getting you the very best results. And so when that happens, that's where a lot of times you want to break out your placements, look at where the numbers are at for each one, and then go back and set up ad sets targeting those specific placements to be able to go. But yeah, so that was it. I'm going to do a couple of Q&As right now. So if you guys have any questions about Facebook advertising that you want, go ahead and drop it into the comments below. And let me go back here really quick and say hi to a couple people. Mo, thank you for joining. Sanjay, Jill, Elizabeth, my friend from Ireland. That's awesome. Thank you for jumping on and being here. Sanjay says, hey, Brian. What's up, Sanjay? How are you? I have no idea where he is in the world. All I see is cool photos of him traveling around in Learjets and being a baller. Zoli's here. Tamar. Phil, thanks for joining. Maricia, Dorca, my cousin in Tennessee. How you doing? What else? I got a bunch of my family here jumping on. Caleb, Angela, Gigi. Hey, Gigi, or should I say Jennifer? And then let's see what else. All right, any other questions? Perfect. Okay, well, let's do this. I've got, again, any questions that you have, put them in the comments, and I'll jump on them and handle them real quick. We're going to go, you generally go live for about 15 to 20 minutes. So let's see. We had a good question from a post last week, or when we went live last week, and here's what it was. So I'm going to have to read it because it was a little on the long side, but the question was, after installing the page view pixels on your site, can you get info on people who are logged into Facebook at the time that they visited, but they were not driven there by your ad that you ran? In other words, does the Facebook pixel capture info for anyone who visits your site while logged on to Facebook, or just for people who are driven to your site from a Facebook ad? So one of the very first steps that you have when you start running Facebook ads is to get the Facebook pixel. So there's one for every ad account, and what you want to do is you want to put it onto your site as soon as possible. And here's what the Facebook pixel does. All it is running through, and as people visit your site, it's looking to see, does this person have a Facebook user ID? So when you go to Facebook on either your mobile phone or on your computer, do you have to log in every time? The answer is no. You go there and it automatically pulls it up. That's because it has your Facebook user ID cached in the background. So what happens is that Facebook pixel is looking through all the people that are coming, And if they have a Facebook user ID, it's grabbing them, and you have the ability now to put them in groups. So you could be like, I want everyone that came to my entire website, or I want only people that came to this one section of my website, or I want the people that purchased my product, so that I can have the ability to exclude them. They've already paid, given me money, I don't want to show ads to them again. So you kind of have all those options. So to answer this question, what happens is, yes, the Facebook pixel, anyone that comes to your site from any source, organic, if you're running Google ads, if you have affiliate programs, if you have PR or outreach, all of those, as they're driving people into your site, have the ability to start to fill up your custom audiences once the pixel is enabled. So yes, you do have the ability to target and go after people even if you haven't paid to show them an ad to your site. That's a great question. This is actually like a 3-part question, so there's a couple more. The next part of this was, if this is possible, can you then get info on their demographics or psychographics of these people who are coming outside of your website or outside of your Facebook ads? So the answer there is yes. You do have the ability to run reports on these people. This is done through the audience insights. You must have the pixel installed first. Then you must create a custom audience of people who are visiting either your entire page or just your home page, or certain sections of your page. And once you have that, and there's enough people that have come through, Facebook will be able, you can put it under audience insights, that custom audience, and it will bring you back a report based on their age range, their gender, their other interests, their spending habits, the size of the type of home that they live in, their relationship status, all sorts of demographic information you have the ability to look at and run and be able to show back to people who are, or at least be able to see more about people who are visiting your site or coming to your site. Now this is awesome because this report doesn't exist anywhere else on the internet. Because Facebook has so much information on its users, it's able to provide a lot of that back to advertisers for them to be able to target their ads more efficiently and more effectively. And when that happens, it actually makes Facebook a better platform, so that the ads you're seeing are generally about stuff you care about and not totally random and something out of left field. So hopefully that answers the next question. You would do it under Audience Insights. And then the last part here was, can you retarget or serve an ad to these people who have organically visited your site? So the answer is yes, and there's 2 parts of this. There's the simple answer, which is you can create a remarketing list and you can be able to show an ad to everyone that's come to your site. Now what she's asking for specifically is, can you do it to just the organic people on your site? And the answer to that is yes, but it's a little complicated, and let me try to explain. You have to create a custom audience based off of UTM variables. So if you're using Google Analytics, a lot of times you can append UTM variables to the back ends of your link. And so you can be able to track, which audience you were going after, or what ad you were using, and you can pass that through to Google Analytics. So what you would want to do is create a custom audience that includes some of the basic UTM terms, like UTM term, UTM campaign, UTM content. Once you created a custom audience based off those URL parameters, that would give you everyone that's gone to your Facebook or to your website because of a paid ad. So if you have that, then you can go and also create one that says, this is everyone that's come to my site, and you would show ads to this group, but you would exclude people that have come from a paid ad, and that's how you would be able to reach a pure organic audience with your Facebook ads. So that's kind of there you go. Now you know. So let me see what else. There's a couple other questions. And Gigi's going crazy here. She says, talk to me about salsa. I have salsa questions. Man, I do another salsa live seminar, or I go live on salsa. That's on Wednesdays. Yeah, you're on the wrong live stream. This one's just about Facebook and Instagrams. Yeah, you have to watch for the one where I have a t-shirt that says salsa. Then oh yeah, we can talk about that. talk about cha-cha and all the fun dances that we have. Let's see what's all. Any other questions for today? All right, this may be it. Okay. Oh yeah, hold on. I see a couple more. Well, I want to thank you guys for joining and checking this out. Hopefully it was valuable to you. It's always great to see people in here hanging out. So I appreciate it. Have a great day. And if you have more questions, if you're watching this video later, leave them in the comments below. If you want to know when we're going live, like our fan page on Facebook under AdvertiseMint. That'll give you a good update of when things are up and running. And then, we'll see you next time. We go live every Tuesday and Friday. And hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye.